Welcome back everybody. This is Nightmare Gaming, and today I'll be talking about one of my favorite topics in all of Destiny, the Fallen. The Fallen are said to be ruthless scavengers, brutal and uncaring. Arrive on massive catches of the collapse to loot and pillage our devastated worlds. However, that's not what they were always. The Fallen were a very honorable and noble race until thing occurred called the Whirlwind. The Whirlwind was a devastation of the fallen empire. It devastated them all and made them go, some would say, crazy. The fallen were divided into many rankings. There was the Dreg. Dregs are the lowest, like peasants, lowest rung of fallen society. They are docked on their lower arms in a ritual of humiliation and obedience. Dregs seek to prove they're worthy. Only a few will survive to gain promotion and regrow their limbs. As we all know, Fallen have 4 arms. The Dreg are weak, and they are docked of their arms. There are Shank. Shanks are the bulldogs of Fallen classified. They are small and very tough, enough to go where Dregs won't bit. They scout, keep watch, and patrol. Fallen walkers deploy Shanks from internal base for tactical support and field repairs. Then there's our Vandal. Soldiers, brawlers, assassins, and scouts. They're the jack of all trades. Vandals are seasoned regulars who fill out skilled roles within a fallen crew. Whether from a distance or up close and personal, they're seasoned, efficient killers with an arsenal of weaponry and tech to match their bloodlust. They're captains, having clawed and knifed their way to the top, scattering bodies or limb in their wake. The captain. Captains are strongest and most ferocious members of the crew. He musters around himself. His ration of ether is the largest, his blades the sharpest, his guns the most finest. Upon his shoulders hangs the flag of the fallen house in which they are divided upon. If he swears loyalty to any for his crew, the slightest hesitation to comply earns a slash from his sword. Defiance results in immediate amputation. If he is in a good mood or death, if he is not. Then there is the servitor. Servitors provide ether. That's why they are the most important, in my opinion, of all the fallen. They are living relics of once mighty fallen civilizations, packed with ultra super taken machinery. They process matter and energy into ether the fallen depend on, just like how humans depend on water. The fallen depended on life. If in battle, they support the fallen with defensive systems and their own powerful energy weapons. Outside their anchor, fallen calms and provides vital technology. Acumen. Servitors have complex relationships with each other with fallen crews. Servitors are attached to a prime servitor, massive servitor which exists in unclear symbiosis with the fallen Archon. The Archon conveys the Kel's wishes to prime servitor and exerts some of the measure control. The Archon is beneath the Kel. He is the authority after even a captain, and has the rights even after a captain. Then they are below the Kel, however. They still don't command that much. They are high priests of the fallen, who act as intermediary between the Kel and the prime servitor of each house. Then there is the Baron. The Baron is very the Baron is sort of like the Baron is sort of in the middle, like the Archon. They're in the middle, of course, and not much is known about Barons. Not much. There is small lore about them. But the Baron is above the Captain. We know that much, and yeah. Then there is the Kell. The Kell is the highest of the ranking. They rule houses and are very, very high in the ranking. Like an example would be Skolas, who named himself Kell of Kells. Alright, now we're gonna take a look at the fallen houses. The House of Devils reside on Cosmodron. This war-wrecked area. They are notified by their red clothing, as you can see. They are hard to catch, and they are take whatever they want. They scourge the city, the shadows below our walls. This is the house that led the battle of Twilight Gap. Twilight Gap was one of the most influential battles of all of the Destiny universe. And they are one of the most, or possibly the most feared of the fallen houses. They have devoted great strength to pillaging the Cosmodrome in Old Russia, hunting for something buried below. They are not held in check whenever they might prove the city's unholding. The House of Devils are the primary house, the most notified, most famous house in all. They consist of a fair amount of everything. They consist of a fair amount of everything in them. Whether that's a dreg, a vandal, or a captain. However, the ranking is not changed at all. They reside on Earth with Cosmodrome. They attempt to prove the city's undoing. And they are what seems to be, they are not very smart. What seems to be the Horde ruling over every city. Then we have the House of Exile. House of Exile is a whiff of desolation about these people, and their ranks are swollen with dregs and shanks. Their rags, their red bear. Perhaps this is a new house, gathered from the outcasts of others. This is a very small house. They are notified by the green. They are notified by the green clothes, green hoods, and everything. You can see they have very few vandals. The vandals are regularly the ones who lead. They consist of very few captains in their rankings. They try their best to make it to the top. But however, they are mostly dregs. That's a hard task. Very few make it. Make it to even being vandals. The next, we have the House of Winter. The House of Winter reside on Venus. They are led by the ruthless Kel Druxus, who we have killed in the story mission Scars of Winter. They have been found operating in and around the Ishtar Sink on Venus. Their interest, their seem directed, and the ruins of the Academy doing. So everything the humans researched and everything, their job is to destroy it practically. They have a citadel. They are around this Vex citadel. The rise is like a warning above the waking ruins. They're notified by their blue snow-like wearing, sort of like the shader or proxy, if you own that near one. They were blue and consist of mainly vandals, it seems like. They don't always like to come close. They don't always like to come close. And their cowl was one of the most feared, one of the most famous. So a group of guardians reportedly took them down. Right here. The vandals. As you can see, they have few dregs, few shanks. Captains here and there. However, they mainly consist of vandals. Our next house is my most favorite, the House of Kings. The House of Kings are very elusive in a sense, I would say. They are very rarely seen and mainly consist of assassins. They are found in they are found in Skywatts up, and they are regularly hard to kill and very, very sneaky. They are sort of toy with the other fallen houses, if you know what I mean when I say that. They toy with them in a sense that they use them. We might have seen that the House of Devils led the assault on the city from the Gap. However, was it really them? Because it didn't seem like it. The House of Devils, no offense to anybody who likes them, are pretty stupid. They don't know they're getting used or anything like that. They're pretty dumb in a sense. Like, they don't really know what's going on. They're just bloodthirsty in a sense. None of them are really smart. The House of Kings, though. The House of Kings know what they're doing. That's why they were my favorites. They are not very aggressive and tend to play passive. Tend to play with the foe. And you can see up there, Skywatch. That's where they are found. You might see very few of them at a time, as they usually send very few of them out at a time. Yeah, hard to find. And they're wearing yellow. Unfortunately, in this video, I will not be showing them. However, they are resided upon here if you wish to fight them. Our last and final house are the House of Wolves. The famous ones. Nearly everybody who knows Destiny knows about them because there's an expansion named after them. They were a very strong house back in the day. They were gonna come and help in the Battle of Twilight Gap. However, they were stopped due to the forces of the Reef. They served the Reef for many years. Yes. And the Queen did beg for mercy. There are many stories how they came to be, however, none of them are really official. The Fallen House of Winter. Winter is very similar to them, but don't mistake them. They were a dark blue, unlike the House of Winter, who were a light blue. Very few of them remain, and they were distinguished. They are a shameful house, just due to the Skolas. Prophecy, the House of Rain, who were practically prophets, who are an extinct fallen house, had a prophecy of which a Kel from a house, not classified, would come and build and reunite all the fallen houses. But scholars thought this was him. We don't know. Was it actually him? He tried to go and assault the houses, all of them, but he took a different approach in the House of Kings due to him knowing they are very intelligent. They mainly consist of captains, sniper vandals, and few dregs here and there. Then there's the House of Judgment. Only one member of the House of Judgment remained, and that is Virix. They acted as scribes and peacemakers between the houses. They were very intelligent and They knew how to